Hello there everyone! Today's video is episode 4 or part 4 of me reading all the mangas and manhwa from my TBR. The first manga that I read is Honeko Akabane's Bodyguard. This manga includes action, comedy, school life, and romance. Arakuni is a high school delinquent who has been drafted by the Yakuza leader to protect his secret daughter from a group of assassins. Honeko Akabane is Arakuni's childhood friend and also the secret daughter of the Yakuza leader. However, this is no simple task, and Arakuni soon discovers that there's a lot more to this mission than he thought. In the beginning, for some reason, I did not like the art. I don't know why, but it just did not stick with me at all. But then I slowly started to like it as I kept reading on. This story has some really good plot twists. The story gets a lot more complicated and more interesting as you read on. I love the dynamic between Arakuni and Honeko. They are just so cute together. The action in this was also so good, as well as the drama, and everything was just so intense. I rated this a 4 out of 5. This story is completed with 12 volumes, but volume 9 is the latest one that is out, and volume 10, 11, and 12 will come out later. The next one that I read is Ex-Yakuza and Stray Kitten. It's a slice of life and comedy story. After being abandoned on the street, the kitten Sabu is left alone until he is found by a man named Jin. However, Jin has major Yakuza vibes from the way he looks and from the way he talks, and that really scares Sabu. Sabu now starts to think twice about living with this man. This was a nice slice of life story. Jin was an overall very funny character from the way he talked. Like, he'll talk about very simple things in such a gangster way, which made it even more funny, and even made it more funny to see Sabu's reaction and him being just so scared out of his mind, like, what is this guy doing or what is this guy talking about, when it's just the simplest of things. Nothing stood out to me within this volume 1, but it was a very nice and relaxing manga. I rated this a 4 out of 5 stars. This series is completed with 4 volumes. The next one that I read is Magical Angel Creamy Mami and the Spoiled Princess. This is a magical girl, shoujo, slice of life, and idol story. Megumi Ayasa is the top idol within her agency. She has a magical touch with every performance that she does, literally and figuratively. However, when a new idol named Mami starts to appear and gains more popularity than Megumi, Megumi starts to feel jealous. Megumi starts to feel even more threatened when her agency decides to prioritize Mami over her. This causes Megumi to fight her way to remain at the top. I liked the magical elements within the music. This kind of reminded me of Full Moon, which I absolutely love. It also slightly reminded me of Girl Crush because almost the same thing happened in there. But this one I felt like it was a bit more heavier because Megumi's already in the industry and she's already known to be a famous, celebrity. And for her status to go down and for her agency to put her aside just for a new idol, I can understand the frustration, especially if you've worked so hard to get to where you are. After reading this, I realized that this was a spin-off of the original story named Magical Angel Creamy Mami or Creamy Mami. Creamy Mami was released in 1983. The original Creamy Mami story is about a 10-year-old girl named Yu Morisawa who obtains magical powers, and these powers allow her to transform into this 14-year-old idol named Creamy Mami. Although I did enjoy it, I don't think I would continue on reading this series. After reading the first volume, I still didn't feel convinced enough to go towards the second volume. So I don't know what it is, but something about it just didn't stick with me. I rated this a 3 out of 5. I know there's a lot of people out there who love the magical girl genre and really hype it up, and there's different types. I know Sailor Moon is a popular one. I haven't given that one a try, but I would like to. If you know any really good magical girl stories, then please recommend me in the comment section below, because I'm really trying to at least try out one and at least like one, but I haven't found one that I've liked so far. This series is completed with 7 volumes. The next one that I read is I'm in Love and It's the End of the World. This one is a romance, shoujo, and slice of life. Mahiru and Mayo are twins. Mayo has always been the cute and popular one, while Mahiru has always been the other twin. Mahiru has this belief or this philosophy that if something good happens to her, something bad also must happen as well in order for things to be balanced. However, on her first day of high school, when she meets a boy named Ayo Satami, her philosophy starts to crack. I like this story a lot more than I thought I would. This one caught me by surprise because I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. I really loved Mahiru as a character, and I could really relate to her because at one point in my life I did also think this way, like, okay, if something good happens, then something bad is about to happen. And that's not really a healthy way of thinking, because then you never really get to enjoy the good moments for what they are, because you're always anticipating something bad, or you're, in a way, indirectly wanting something bad to happen, which again sounds weird, but I get where she's coming from. I was really surprised I liked it because it was such a simple story, and despite it being so simple, I found myself being attached to the characters and to like, you know, their ways of like thinking and just like who they are as people. Like everything was just so memorable to me, and I still think about them. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I really love this story. But it's so simple. It's nothing crazy. It's not like there's a whole lot of drama or anything like that. It's like a simple school life romance shoujo story, but it just for some reason really sticks with me. I definitely plan to continue reading this later on. This one I rated a 5 out of 5 stars. I also have to mention that this mangaka wrote another series called House of the Sun, which I was also interested in reading but a bit hesitant. I did see that a lot of people liked the House of Sun. After reading this one, I'm so convinced that I need to read House of Sun. Like, I just love the author's writing of, again, the characters, and I love the characters themselves. I can easily see myself, again, reading on this series, so I'm definitely also going to give that other one a try after this one. Another great thing about this manga is that it is short and it's completed at 5 volumes. Next up is You Can't Bluff the Sharp-Eyed Sister. This one is a mystery, fantasy, and comedy. Chloe is a priestess in training, but when the nighttime comes, she sneaks out, disguises herself, and plays card games in order to obtain money. One day, a holy knight named Erailed recruits her to solve a murder mystery. It turns out that her card playing skills will come in handy to solve this mystery. I was surprised to find out that the mangaka of this story is the same mangaka that created Apothecary Diaries, and it made sense to me afterwards because even the storytelling style is so similar, the way things build up, and just like the Apothecary Diaries, this story does a great job at not making it too easy to detect who the culprit could be, because it really could be anybody. I would love to jump back into this series because volume 1 ended on a cliffhanger, and so I really want to find out what happens next. I rated this one a 4 out of 5. The series is ongoing with 4 volumes already out, and you can also read on the K-Manga app. The next manga that I read has a really long title, so I'm gonna have to read it from my notes, and that is I Quit My Apprenticeship as a Royal Court Wizard to Become a Magic Item Craftswoman. This one is a fantasy, isekai, adventure, and slice of life. After signing a contract with the King of Hell named Buriel, Ilya obtains great magical powers. She becomes a royal court wizard and even gets the chance to become an apprentice for one of the highest wizards. However, she's faced much difficulty being a royal court wizard, and even this chance to become an apprentice for one of the highest wizards has some strings attached to it that would cause her even more harm than good. So then this pushes Ilya to decide that she wants to quit and start a brand new life in a brand new country in a brand new profession. This one was a very entertaining read. It was so funny to see the King of Hell like just entertain Ilya when she's a young girl, because he signs a contract with her when she's like really young, and then like he follows her throughout her life. And it's so funny because he's just like so annoyed with her and her like just human nature, but at the same time very entertained. And it was just so funny because he's almost like a pseudo dad to her. It was nice to see Ilya change her profession for something better that's more fitting towards her. There were so many cute and heartfelt moments and a lot of funny moments too. I rated this one a 4 out of 5. This series is ongoing with 5 volumes out so far. The last manga, and this was the one that I had a hard time finding, but I was finally able to obtain it, and that is Perfectly Fine on My Own So My Fiancé Can Twist the Wind. This one is a fantasy, romance, and comedy. Nicole is a young noblewoman who is often ignored by her fiancé, Kios. Kios seems more concerned about Princess Caroline, who is also his childhood best friend, more than he is about his fiancé. Then one day, Nicole decides that she is just gonna do as she pleases without trying to fight for Kios' attention. This one had me frustrated, but also enjoying it at the same time. It was really weird. I felt like I just wanted to punch Kios so many times, but at the same time, I was having a good time seeing Nicole enjoying her alone time and her independence. I really thought I wouldn't like this series, but I liked it a lot more than I thought, and so I'm gonna continue on with this after this challenge. I was also mad at the princess too, because I get that it's your childhood friend, but like, where's the girl code? Where's like the, you know, the loyalty and stuff? Like, I don't know. I was just really pissed off at her and Kios because you guys can't be that oblivious. Especially because, and this is in the beginning of the story where you learn that like everybody at this school, in this academy, is a noblewoman or nobleman, and they're all like engaged to one another, and then once they graduate, they're supposed to get married. So for you to not click, like, hello? I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars. I learned that the original web novel is completed, but the manga adaptation is still ongoing with 2 volumes out so far. That is it for this video. You guys have no idea how hard it was, not necessarily to read these stories, more so to film this video. There were so many times where my phone just stopped recording and said, oh, the storage is full, so I have to delete it. And I go back, it was just a whole mess. So if some of the angles throughout this video seem to be changing, that is why. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you watched up until this point, you're a real one. I love you. If you guys have read any of the mangas that I've mentioned within this video, please let me know your thoughts on them. Or if there's any mangas that I've mentioned that have piqued your interest, please let me know which ones. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Boom.